How's it going, guys? I'm Anushka, and today we'll be digitalizing this artwork from my art journal. So, I made this for Gravity and Rymix for their track called Aladdin, which is out today. So, I'll link it in the description so you can go there after this video. I actually went for this fully colored sketch in my book, but you can always just do an outline or something because you can always change the colors digitally. I just have a habit of unnecessarily spending too much time on some things. So Gravity already had a rough idea in his mind about what he wanted this to look like. He wanted the magic carpet. So, considering the fact that that is going to be the main element, so if I make the carpet the main element, considering there will be the title, which is the main part of the artwork too, and then there will be a subtitle. So I knew that even though I have to fill the background, but I cannot have any loud objects. By that, what I mean is I cannot have anything that stands out, something that will grab attention. So I knew in my head that this was going to be a night time. I just like the idea of lying on a carpet at night. So, considering it would be the night, I knew there were going to be the stars. Also, the carpet is headed upwards towards the sky. So, I knew I was going to put clouds as well. So, clouds would not really stand out, which was good because we were going for something subtle. Then we have the stars, which are also super subtle, but how could I just add something that wasn't really the main part, but it still stood out? So I just thought, what if? So this is the next day after I had this carpet and stuff done. I was thinking, what if all the stars in the sky were fairy lights? And the first thing I did was Google it if it had already been done, because you never know. This always happens with me. I have this idea in my head with like organic brainstorming, but then after everything has been done, when the artwork is finally out, someone would just be like, I already saw this on Google, or even me for that matter, just wondering, has this been done after everything has been already out, after I have put my artwork out. So I nowadays like to just Google it right away. The moment I have an idea in my head, I just Google if it has been done, and only if it has not been done at all, I go ahead with it. So primarily I was thinking if I could have fairy lights, each star was a fairy light till literally behind, but that didn't happen because it looked weird just having too many wires in the sky, and it was too distracting. So I thought maybe if like you're watching something so far, you won't really see the wire, you'll only see the thing that has the light. So that was cool. So I had those stars in the background and everything. When I asked on my Instagram, so most of y'all said more of digital artworks. So I was going to make this artwork a more simplified version, a more detailed version, starting from the basics, telling which tool I'm using and everything. But I thought it would become a very very long video. It was already 2 hours video or more than that. So even if I simplified it, it would just take too long. So I'll make another video with a simpler artwork so that the video is short and it's also simple to explain. So anyone who just wants to like start and explore the whole Photoshop thing, just comment down or whatever, DM me, and I'll upload another video very soon. The toughest part of making this was mainly the carpet details, because it had to be symmetric and even if I would copy paste and flip an object, it would still sometimes just not really turn out like I expected it to be. Also, after I made all the details on the carpet, my laptop crashed and it took like about 4 days to come repaired. After I got my laptop back, the file had lost some of the data. And by some of the data, I mean just literally just the details on the carpet, which was the most frustrating part. Like, why couldn't you just delete like the sky part or the clouds part, which was so much simpler to redo? I redid the carpet details and then started recording again. About digitalizing artworks or just making any digital artworks in general, I would say is to keep things organized. Now, what I have started doing is, so previously I didn't really know that we could merge layers. So, because sometimes you have to create shapes, which by itself creates another layer. So, say you were to make an yellow object, like a yellow shape, using the shape tool, and then you're using a lot of yellow in general too. So, I always keep all the colors together. So I would rasterize the shape layer and then just merge both the layers. I try to keep layers as more as possible and as less as possible. What I mean is, firstly, whenever I start, so I kind of skipped the part where I just named layers before even starting the artwork because the video was getting too long. But the first thing I did while making this one was named everything first, because I knew, right, because I already have this artwork on my journal, so I knew what the parts would be. So the clouds, named a layer called clouds, named a layer called sky, named a layer called the fairy lights. So with the carpet you had to break it down more because the carpet had more colors, so different colors, different shapes, different parts. So I had this layer called carpet border, carpet yellow, carpet purple, carpet light purple. Yeah, so even while I had this carpet yellow layer, I had to add more shapes which were also yellow color, so then I would just merge them. Then there was a layer called red. So it's nice to keep it organized because then you'll always remember, especially when there are artworks that are so detailed. So you want to keep it very, very organized. And if you've liked my video so far, make sure you go down and hit like and also subscribe to my channel. And you can also comment down if you want more such videos. If you have any suggestions, make sure you write them to me as well. Let me know what other mediums you'd like to see. I would also like to add that keeping things aligned really helps. So use your rulers because it helps in certain ways that you do not even realize. It makes it more precise and makes it a lot easier for you. For me, digital artwork has such a neutral place because it sort of drains me in a very different way. At some point, your eyes are just so tired of looking at the screen, but at the same time, I think it's so cool that you can just go back and erase something if there's an error, or it doesn't even have to be an error, but if you want more options with colors or shapes, you can always do that. You can hide layers. So it's something that you can't do on a paper. Plus, it being, I wouldn't say it's very quick, but you definitely save a lot of drying time. It's just so handy. You just need a laptop. But make sure when you're doing all these artworks, doesn't matter if you've been doing this for a while or if you've just started, just make sure that you take breaks at least once between an hour or 2 hours. I always wash my eyes with water, or just, I don't know, sometimes I even ice them. It just feels much fresher. Nobody tells you these things because people want you to do your artwork on time. Only you take care of yourself. It can also be helpful if you install a few new brushes and explore. Like this moon brush, I didn't even know I had it. So it really helps. So you can install a ton of free brushes online, but just make sure you don't overcrowd it. In the sense, like sometimes you find all these cool brushes, but on the inside you know you're never going to use them. So don't do that, because then you're just occupying too much storage. Now that we are at the end of this video, I'm going to remind you to go click the link in my description, listen to the music. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
हम hello थोड़े धीमे but ready for the show. You never know. के पहले काफी अब गिने चुने बचे.